Alright, so this is Microsoft Word, Lesson 6, where we will be working with creating tables. So these are objectives for Lesson 6. You're going to learn how to create a table by specifying rows and columns, apply table styles, resize tables, rows, and columns, sort table data, merge and split cells, configure cell margins and spacing, convert text to tables, convert tables to text, configure a repeating row header, split tables. Creating a table. A table is an arrangement of data made up of horizontal rows and vertical columns. Cells are the rectangles that are formed when rows and columns intersect. Tables organize information in an orderly manner. Word provides these options for creating tables. Dragging. Insert table dialog box is used to define the number of rows and columns needed. You have table drawing tools, and you can use quick table styles. The Insert Table dialog box enables you to create large tables by specifying up to 63 columns and thousands of rows. In the Insert Table dialog box, you can click the spin box arrows or type in the number of columns and rows you need in a table. The command to insert a new table into a Microsoft Word document is Insert Tab Tables Group. You can also use the Draw table to create a table with rows and columns of varying sizes, different sizes. When a table is selected in a Microsoft Word document, the Table Tools, Design and Table Tools layout tabs become available. So they become active at that time once you select the table. Then you have the Draw Table command group, which you see over here by going to the Insert tab, the Table command, and now here you see Draw Table. The Draw Table command transforms the mouse pointer into a pencil tool, which you can use to draw the outline of the table and then draw rows and columns exactly where you need them. It will allow you to create a table with rows and columns of varying sizes. You also have the quick table. The quick tables are built-in pre-formatted tables such as you see here. After inserting a table, Word displays Table Tools, which is here, and the ribbon. It is important to become familiar with the commands available on the Design and the Table Tools. Okay, so you get a Table Tools ribbon, and then under Table Tools you have the Design tab and the Layout tab. Formatting a table. Once you have inserted a table, you can apply a predefined pre-formatted style using the Table Styles Gallery. In the Table Tools Design tab in the Borders group, you can manually format a table's border. You can use page borders to place a box around the entire document that includes a table. The Borders group enables you to draw and apply styles to the table. Applying a style to a table. You can apply styles to tables from the Table Tools Design tab. You position the insertion point in a table and then select a style from the Table Styles Gallery. You can preview the style before you apply it and change the style as many times as needed. You can modify an existing table style or create a new table style and add it to the gallery and then modify or delete it as appropriate. Changes to the table styles. Modifying styles in a table is similar to what you have already learned when modifying styles for text. You can apply changes to a table style in an existing document or as a new document based on a template. You can apply the changes to the whole table or specifically to one of the table style options such as the banded rows or columns. You can also apply formatting changes to the table properties, borders or shading, banding, font, paragraphs, tabs, and text effects as well. The other tab, which is the first Design tab on the Table Tools ribbon, is the Layout tab. It includes commands for changing the entire format of a table, changing the appearance of individual table components such as the cells, the columns, the rows, and the formulas. So here you can change the height and the width. You can change the cell margins, This is the direction that text can go in that is in the text. This is all under the Layout tab. Managing tables. As with any document that you edit, some adjustments are always necessary when you work with tables. After you create a table, you can resize and move its columns, insert columns and rows. You will use the Insert option to add a blank row in a table by going to Table Tools, Layout. You can change the alignment or direction of its text. For example, if you wanted the text to start at the top left of a column, you would apply a cell alignment. You can also set a header row to repeat on several pages if your table is more than one page. You can organize the data by sorting the text, number, or date. You can convert text to tables. You can merge and split cells. You can add formulas in a table. You can work with the table's properties. If you're unable to view all of the information in a column of a table, you can use the Auto Fit option to change the width. You can use the direction arrows to navigate through the table. For example, you can use the left arrow key to navigate across columns to the left, or the right arrow key to navigate across columns to the right. You can also use the Tab key to navigate across columns to the right. You can use the Copy feature to place a table from one document to another. Resizing a row or column. Word offers a number of tools for resizing rows or columns. You can resize a column or row using the mouse or using the commands on the ribbon. The commands in the Cell Size group on the Table Tools Layout tab can adjust or modify height and width, or you can use the ruler to adjust the column width. Use the Table Properties dialog box to set the measurements at a precise height for rows or an ideal width for columns, cells, and tables. Creating a header row. Column headings are usually placed in the header row. A header row is the first row of the table that contains information that helps identify the contents of a particular column. It is usually formatted differently and should be repeated at the beginning of each new page for tables that goes beyond one page. When you specify a header row in the Table Styles Options group, the row is distinguished from the entire table. On the Table Tools Layout tab in the Data group, click the Repeat Header Rows button. Scroll down and view the headings on the second page to make sure it is there. Sorting a table's contents. To sort data means to arrange it alphabetically, numerically, or chronologically by date. Sorting displays data in order so that the users can locate it more quickly. You can sort text, numbers, or dates in ascending or descending order. Ascending order sorts text from beginning to end, such as from A to Z, 1 to 10, or January to December. Descending order sorts text from the end to the beginning, such as from Z to A, 10 to 1, or December to January. Merging and splitting table cells. The ability to merge and split table cells provides flexibility in customizing tables. To merge cells means to combine two or more cells into one. Merging cells is useful for headings that extend over several columns. To split cells means to divide one cell into two or more cells. You might split cells when you need to place more than one type of data in one cell. The Split Cells dialog box enables you to split a cell into columns or rows. Changing the cell margins. Word 2016 provides an option to change the cell margins and the white space around cells. You can set the margins for an individual cell or for selected cells. When you make changes in the cell, the appearance of the cell in the table also changes. You can also add alternative text to a table. Alternative text is a useful interpretation tool for tables, diagrams, images, and other objects. Alternative text is also used by web browsers. When you hover over the object, text appears describing the object. The alternative text is also an accessibility tool. Browsers and other applications can read the text to users with disabilities. Splitting a table. In some situations, you might want to split an existing table into two or more separate tables. For example, if you want to divide the information in a table based on specific values. Using the split table feature, you can take one company personnel table and split it into separate tables for the sales division, the research and development division, and so forth. We mentioned earlier that you can convert text to table or table to text. Text separated by a paragraph mark, tab, comma, or other character can be converted from text to a table. You can also convert a table to text. To convert text to a table, you will first select the text, click the Insert tab, click the Table button, and then select Convert Text to Table. And in this box here, the Convert Text to Table dialog box will appear. And you can determine the number of columns that you want, the number of rows, and then what you want your text to be separated by. It can be a paragraph, a comma, a tab, or you can choose the other character to separate the text. After text is converted to a table, the Convert to Text button will be available in the Table Tools Layout tab. In the table group, you will select the Select button and then click Select Table to select the entire table. And then in the Data group, click Convert to Text. The Convert Table to Text dialog box opens. And then the default setting in the Convert Table to Text dialog box is paragraph marks. A table can be converted to text and separated by paragraph marks, tabs, commas, or other characters. And not only that, you can use formulas in a table. Word 2016 also provides options to use formulas to calculate a total, compute an average, determine the highest or lowest number, and count values. These are simple functions that are used in Microsoft Excel, which you can also use in Word. Just as in Excel, formulas begin with an equal symbol, followed by the function that you want to perform, such as sum, average, max, min, and count. You can also use the math operators to perform addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication using cell range references. A cell range is identified by two or more cells within the table. The same rules that you learned in your math class also apply here when using formulas in your table. If you want to perform a certain action first, set the order of operation. You can also create formulas in the table using cell address locations. For example, columns are identified by letters beginning with A, and rows are identified with numbers beginning with 1. And you see the figure below, which shows a sample table with column and row headings. To begin a formula, you first place your insertion point in the cell location where you want the formula to appear. In the table you saw earlier, you can do a formula using the cell address locations where the values appear as equal, B1 plus C1 plus D1. You can also use the sum function to obtain the same result. It is displayed as equal sum left. These two different approaches for adding the values in the cell range will yield the same result. And then this table gives you formulas that you can use in Microsoft Word. You see it goes from sum above, which will add the values in the range above the cell. Sum to the left will add the values in the range to the left. A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 adds values by cell address location, and so on. So you can read all of these formulas that you can use. Average, max, min, count, all of those. And that is the end of Word Lesson 6. And we have covered all of these objectives. And don't worry, because you will be doing exercises or watching videos of exercises that use all of these features of Microsoft Word. Thank you.